Hi, my name is Aninia, and here comes video number 3 in my breathing series, which I'm very much looking forward to today. And today I want to talk about and suggest paying more attention to breathing when life is uncomfortable. Now, the other day, one of my colleagues seemed to be a bit surprised why I mentioned breathing in almost any context. And I agree, and as I also wrote in one of my first blog posts in the beginning of the year, breathing doesn't solve every problem or challenge there is in life. But here's my experience. Attention to breathing can be a support to gain more energy in any situation, and I really mean any situation. So, and then if you have more energy, or if I have more energy, I find it better. I find better solutions to solve challenges, and I have more fun when things are anyway fun. It can be more intense, and all the processes that a body needs to be well function better. So the same is true in an uncomfortable situation, and I don't think necessarily breathing makes this situation more comfortable. Sometimes actually I experience that when I breathe more or more regularly and I pay attention to this, I can feel much more clearly that there's a discomfort, because it makes it more, it makes me more aware, more awake. But this leads more often to me changing whatever I can change, like in order to be more well, in order to really not be so uncomfortable. And in the situations where I feel like I cannot change something right now, where just it's it's not up to me to change the situation, it leaves me with more energy. It's like not on top of the situation already being uncomfortable and not nice. I also lose energy. What do I mean with an uncomfortable situation? That is quite a wide term, and I think it can also be very different, like from everyday life situations to more extreme or more random, seldom situations. It could be like sitting in a crowded bus and like feeling everyone's getting closer to me and pushing towards me and taking my space. Or it could be just being bored because I have to wait for the bus, or annoyed because of that. It could be, I don't know what to eat for dinner. Or it could be more intense, like not being able to comfort a person who's close to me and who's hurt, or actually being the one hurting this person because I'm drawing a border. It can be receiving an email where someone accuses me of being dishonest. And it can be losing the sensation of drive and not knowing, like, what do I do on an empty afternoon? And instead I slouch into binge watching TV, and at the same time, I don't want it. Or it can be writing an email exposing my fear to be manipulated with something vulnerable I have exposed. It can be noticing someone close to me in pain. It can be not being able to fall asleep at night and feeling that everything is like tingling and moving, or having to carry something up 5 flights of stairs. So uncomfortable is a very wide term, and I have the impression that in many ways we try to avoid the uncomfortable and we put a lot of effort in avoiding it. But one thing is that we put effort in avoiding it, and the other thing is that we often not very effectively try to avoid it by reducing the level of energy that we have in this situation. For example, by less breathing or less attention to it. And here's the thing. I have not heard anyone succeed with that strategy yet. Like, maybe sometimes a feeling of control comes for a moment, but most of the time the situation stays uncomfortable. And worse, the discomfort of the situation might drag out into moments afterwards, because symptoms like migraine and exhaustion or restlessness appear as a result of the lack of energy. So my approach is, if I'm in any situation, I might as well be there and have as much energy as possible. often I manage then to stop the situation faster by, I don't know, stopping a boring storyteller or asking a question or listening to some music while I wait for the bus, because that idea I got. And sometimes it just makes me be less drained afterwards. So I have less symptoms if I continuously breathe, or if I continuously pay attention to adjust the breathing. I certainly experience that I manage to recover from it faster and not drag the effects out, as I said. And sometimes it's making, like, I use breathing faster if I'm very bored and I'm feeling like I'm going down with the level of energy. I adjusting from being low with my, or slow with my breathing to some faster version, more, or in a moment where I actually would like to be able to get more slow and rest more, I can change into bringing attention, intentionally breathing slower, for example. Intentionally making breaks in between my inhalation and my exhalation. But certainly noticing what I do automatically, and then how that situation will change, or how my experience of the situation will change when I change something. And the same that I also said in the other videos, that it's the more I train this tool in everyday life situations, like small ones, like the bus or an email or something like this, the easier it gets for me to use this tool without really thinking about it with my mind, but just because my body is used to more energy and gaining it. And it will also adjust more in extreme situations when I'm maybe more surprised by what happened. So my encouragement for you is to, next time you're in an uncomfortable situation, try to pay attention to your breathing and what happens if you play a little bit with the automatic and what else you can invent at the spot. And if you want, I am happy to receive feedback or experiences or questions, so feel free. And until then, till next time, I just wish you a great, energetic everyday life or special moments, whatever comes up next. Be well.